Welcome to my channel. My name is Lorraine and I help people live with passion, purpose and positivity. And the topic of today's video is vulnerability, be magnetic. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, vulnerability. I'm not going to go crying with all my problems to different people and telling them all my inner thoughts. Now, I'm not saying that at all because that isn't very attractive. But when you can learn to be vulnerable in a good way, you become very attractive because you're becoming the real you. You're expressing the real you, who you really are, what your thoughts and feelings are, what your values are. And what it does is, the people that like that about you will stay and the people that don't like it will go. And that's good for you. You don't want the wrong people around you, do you? So you know immediately whether or not they're going to be good for you. So a good way to be vulnerable is, let's say, for example, you're going on a date and you say to that date, you rather than going into small talk, which, small talk, I don't like small talk. I don't like standing around with women chatting about the weather or their kids or anything. I like to go deep. And you're giving permission that who you're talking to go deep too. And some people will love it. So you're on a date and you tell them that, you tap into your intuition all the time. You tell them that you meditate every day. Because some people aren't going to like that. Some people are going to think, oh, God, she's woo-woo, she's spiritual. And that's good because you know straight away that, they're not going to be right for you. And that saves time. And what you'll learn to do is you'll learn to be the authentic you that you were born to be. You're not skimming the surface. You're going deeper. An example for me of me being, I'd say it's vulnerable and authentic, was when I went to Everest base camp in 2015. I'd done all the mind work before, and I do explain this in my book, Higher and Higher, which is in the description below. I'd done all the mind work and I'd done all the different techniques that I have to get me in the right frame of mind. And I decided that I was going to do Qigong in front of the mountains every morning after breakfast or before breakfast, it depended. I was going with 7 burly mountaineers. I was the only girl and my leader as well. And they were going to the summit. I was just going to Everest base camp. Anyway, it was a little bit scary because I thought to myself, are they going to laugh? Are they going to think I'm weird? Are they going to join in? I was being vulnerable because, they might. And I thought to myself, I don't care. I'm going to be vulnerable. So what I did was, on the morning of the first morning that we were starting the hike, we'd had breakfast. And I thought to myself, right, Lorraine, I'm going to do it. You're going to do it. So I said to myself, I'm going to do a bit of Qigong now in front of the mountain. And I did all, so I'd learnt Qigong the year before when I went on a cruise. This guy taught me how to do Qigong on the top of the ship. So I was well into it, not so much now. I think I'll go back to it, actually. I did love it. Anyway, so I devised this special Qigong method in front of the mountain because I was so grateful to the mountains. I was grateful for being there. And I wanted to do all this. Thank you, mountain. Thank you. And all this and all these different moves, Qigong moves. And it went on for about 5 minutes. And I finished and, standing up in front of it, they were all watching me. And when I went, I thought, I don't care, I'm going to do it. So I sat back down and some of them were smirking. Not nasty, they weren't being nasty, but like sort of smiling a little bit. But I didn't care. I also did some like exercises before we went hiking, like sort of, and some of them joined in, but none of them joined in with the Qigong. But I'll tell you who did join in with the Qigong, and that was the Sherpas. The Sherpas joined in with the Qigong with me, and they loved it. And I put a picture on here of the Sherpas doing Qigong. I did it with them every morning instead of the mountaineers. So yes, I was being vulnerable. Yes, I think they thought I was a bit thought I was a bit funny. I don't know. And they didn't say, and I didn't ask them because I didn't care. So you can be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Talk about how you're feeling. And then weed out the people that are right for you and the people that are wrong for you. What will happen is you'll become magnetic and attractive as anything. Because you're being the real you. You're not hiding behind anything. You are expressing who you are regardless of what anyone thinks. And people like that. People like to go deep. Why talk about the weather and your family and your troubles? Talk about how you're feeling. Talk about life. Talk about what you love. You know, this is being vulnerable. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. In the description below, I've got that book, Higher and Higher. You can get it on Amazon as well if you so wish. It's an ebook. And it's all about how I developed the right mindset to go on this epic trip, which was an epic trip. It's one of the highlights of my life. And if you so wish, have a read of that book. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Blessings to you, my friends. Much love and namaste.